this series of lessons on tenses. My name is Arshad. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting and very important tense, that is present simple. If you learn present simple, you'll be able to narrate a story and talk about any situation or condition. Because we use present simple a lot in our daily conversation. So we are going to talk about present simple today. Stay tuned. This video will be very interesting and you'll learn lots of things, alright? And it is really very important to face an interview as well. Most of these candidates that I have come across with, they have confusion, and they are not have a clear knowledge about present simple, how to make use of it. That's the reason they are they face difficulty when it comes to tell their situation in present simple. So today I'm going to help you out to speak fluently when it comes to present simple. I will cover all the aspects of present simple in this session. So stay tuned, and before we start the session, as usual, I request you people to do subscribe to the channel and hit the like button when you like the video, and share this with your friends, family members, and other people as well, so that other people also learn along with you people. Alright, now let's jump right straight to the presentation. So today's topic is present simple. Alright, this is present simple, and then what are the elements that we use in present simple? I, you, we, they. These are pronouns, alright? And then he / she / it. These are singular pronouns. You use he for male and she for female. It when the gender is not clear. Alright, and sometimes we use it for animals and things. Alright, now I, you, we, they are the pronouns that we use. And what are the helping verbs? Helping verbs that we are going to use, or that we use in present simple. We use am with I, and then you, we, they here. You, we, and they, we use are. And then for he / she / it, we use is. These are the helping verbs that we use in present simple. And there is one more thing that we use in present simple. That is, we use direct form of the verbs. Like the present form of the verbs, I think you are aware of the verbs here. Present form, past form, and past participle form. The present form, do. And then for past, it is did. And for past participle, done. Alright? So, and then not only this, you can use other verbs as well. Go, went, run, ran, run. Alright? These are the verbs. Here, for present, when you are using all these things, when you're talking in present simple, you're going to use only these set of verbs, present forms verbs you're going to use. So you use do, and then not only with that, with I, you, we, they, you use do, and then for he / she / it, you're going to use does. See, this is the change you're going to see here. When you are using he, she, it, you're going to use does. Es or s, sometimes you need to add with verbs. If you choose run, there will be no change here. When you use I, you, we, they, there will be no change. And then for he, she, it, if you're using, then you are going to add s to it. Runs. It becomes runs, smokes, dances, jumps, okay, speaks, talks. So whenever you use he, she, it, you're going to use s or is. based on the verb that you are using in the sentence. Alright? For I, you, we, they, there will be no change. Alright? So this is about present simple. And then how about these are the helping verbs as well that you're going to use. I am, are, is, as well as do, does. And do or does, they play a very crucial role in present simple. You use do and does for present simple, and then you are forming sentences using do and does. Alright, sometimes you are going to make questions as well, right? So when you are making questions, you are going to use does. So for example, I'll give you an example, and we'll come back to the topic, and then I'll give you the guidelines when to use it and what pattern that you're going to. This is the pattern actually. This is the pattern that you're going to use, and how to form negatives, and what situation that we have to use present simple. You're going to learn in details. Now, I, do, we, they, do, and run, and other verbs as well like go, speak, and everything that you're going to use. And does is the helping verb that you are going to use to make questions, and even if you are saying sentences, like if you are delivering a statement, then you are going to add es or s to the verb. Example for that is like he goes to market. He goes to market. That means that you are going to use es here. He goes. You are going to add es to this verb. He goes to market. And if you are using I, you, we, they, then you can say you are using we here. We go to market. We go to market. So we go to market every day. We go to market daily. So like that, you can use we go to market. He goes to market. All right. And now for am or is, when are you going to use these? If there is no main verb in a sentence, you're just using adjectives and adjectives in the sentence, and some other situations like he's tall, he's smart, he's happy. In such a scenario or in such cases, you're going to use only these helping verbs. You're going to use these helping verbs there. Like he's tall. Right? Tall is an adjective. You're just talking tall. Adjective describes the quality of a subject. So he is the subject here in the sentence, and he is tall. He is a tall guy, or he is tall. He is smart. She is beautiful. All right? She is beautiful. She's beautiful. Right? Like this, whenever you're making a sentence, if there is no main verb in the sentence, is when you're going to use am or is in present simple. And if there is a main verb in the sentence, is when you're going to use. You don't have to use any verb there directly. The main verb you can use, but I'm talking about the auxiliary or helping verb. You're not supposed to use any helping verb there. You can directly say, I go, I jump, I dance, like that. But for he, she, it, there is something that you have to be careful with. That is, you have to add s or is to the verb. So, for example, he goes to office every day. He runs 4 kilometers every day. He dances very well. Alright, so like that you can form sentences. And then, to form questions or to form negative sentences. How are you going to say that in negative? Like, he goes to market. You want to say that in negative sentence. So then you're going to use this helping verb. He doesn't. He doesn't go. Now you are not supposed to add is to the verb, because this verb, this helping verb, is going to take care of that. Es, you don't have to add because you have already used it here. He doesn't go to market. Alright? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say here? it doesn't go to market. Alright? And then if you want to make a question, how are you going to form questions? Does he go to market? Does he go to market? So that's where we need these helping verbs. Most of the students, they are not aware of these helping verbs, and they don't know when to use them. It's when they have a confusion. Now that you have got it, now you've got a clear understanding. Now you have understood it, when to use do and does. You can make use of these, verbs in your sentences, and you can make use of these sentences in your daily conversation. And I give you the guideline when to use it and when not to use it. Now I think you have got a clear idea about these helping verbs. All right. Am or is also the helping verbs that we are going to use in the present simple if there is no main verb in the sentence. And do and does, they have a role to play in present simple. These are very important helping verbs that we use in present simple. If you are talking in a sentence, like you are just forming a positive statement, then you don't require any of these helping verbs. You just have to say that I go to office, because you don't need to use any verb. We go to market. See, the word go, it says the tense, in which tense that you are talking, or in what time. Time in the sense here, I'm talking about the tense. Is it in present or is it in past that you're talking? So go is a present form of the verb. So we go to market, it means that it is talking about what kind of action is taking place, as well as it is talking about in which tense that you're talking. So you don't need to use any helping verb here. Present form of the verbs are going to take care of both the things. What sort of action that is taking place there, as well as when that action is taking place. But when it comes to forming negative sentences, the same thing you can use. See, we go to market, you can say that we don't. This is the short form, or else you can say we do not. We do not go to market. Alright, that's where you need the helping verbs to form negative sentences. And now, in order to make a question, how are you going to form questions? How are you going to frame questions here? Do they go to market? Do they go to market? Alright? That's where you have to use this. Do they go to market? When do they go to market? Why do they go to market? So like that, you are going to form questions using these helping verbs. If you are familiar with them, only then you'll be able to use them. Only then you'll be able to speak them. Alright, fluently, or else you will not be able to say that. You'll not be able to say you'll stammer it. Alright? Now let me erase this out, and then afterwards I'll give you the guideline and tell you in which situation that we are going to use present simple. Alright? Now I need an eraser here to erase this. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's not getting erased. Now, let's come back to this now. Alright, so present simple. When do we use present simple? We use present simple to talk about a situation or a condition. Right? We use present simple to talk about a situation. A situation is something that an arrangement that you see. the moment you see whatever that is there, you just have to talk about it is when you're going to use present simple. Say for example, it's a nice building. An example for that is it's a nice building. All you are saying is that it is just that it is how it is. Like you just see there is a building out there and it is nice, and you're just expressing that. This is what the situation is available for you to see and say. It's a nice building. It's a very nice building, and it's the building is very tall. The building is very tall. The building is very tall. He is very smart. He is very smart. She is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. Alex is a bus driver. Alex is a bus driver. He drives too fast. He drives too fast. Right? And he is a good teacher. He is a good teacher. See, all the other tenses, they talk about the activity or the action. But here, it's a different case. In present simple, we normally focus on the situation or the condition. Alex is a bus driver. That's what the situation is here. He is a driver. He is a bus driver. And he drives too fast. It is not that the action which is taking place. It is just that this is what it states there. So, we even use present simple to describe a permanent situation, something which is permanent, something which is a fact. A permanent situation, when we talk about a permanent situation, is when you're going to use present simple. A permanent situation or a fact. I am a teacher. That's a permanent situation. That's a permanent arrangement. That's my profession. I am a teacher. I am teaching. If I say that in present continuous is when a situation. Now that I'm focusing only on the activity or the action, let me give you this example as well, and we can relate it with present simple and we can understand it better. I am teaching. When I say that I'm teaching, it means that it is taking place right now. The action is going on. If I say that I am a teacher, it means that though I am not teaching at the time, it can be like whether I can be teaching or I can't be teaching. I may not be teaching at the point of time that I'm saying that. I am a teacher, it means that the situation exists. It's a permanent thing. That's my profession that I do. So it's when you are going to use present simple, whether you are teaching at the point of time when you're talking about it or not. But you can still say that I'm a teacher. But you can't say this. You can't say this if you're not doing this. Like I am teaching. It means that the action is taking place at the point of time when you're talking about it. Alright? I am teaching. And sometimes, yes, sometimes you may not be teaching at the point of time. Also you can use this. But not exactly with this meaning. I am teaching now. It means that around that point of time, that's what my arrangement is. That's what I am doing as of now. I may change my profession later. But here when you say that I am a teacher, sorry, I list A here. I am a teacher. When you say that I am a teacher, it means that that's my permanent arrangement. That's my permanent situation. That's what I do for a living. I'm a teacher. That's my permanent situation. So we use present simple to talk about a permanent situation. Alright? And then he is a doctor. She is a nurse. He is a doctor. She's a nurse. Alright? She's a nurse. And some other example, nurses look after patients. Look after patients in hospitals. Alright? Nurses look after patients in hospitals. That's what the permanent situation is. Always the nurses are the ones who take care of patients. So nurses look after patients in hospitals. Alright? And some other permanent situations are like, I usually go to the park on Sundays. Right? I usually go to the park on Sundays or on weekends, you can say, or on weekends. So at the weekends or on the weekends is fine, you can use it. Okay? It's just that American and British, the British, they use on weekends, and Americans, they use at weekends. I'm a little confused about it, but then you can use both on or at. Alright? Now, I usually go to the park on weekends. Like that you can say. And then I visit. Okay, let me verse this first. I visit to my parents every weekend. So every weekend is when you actually visit your parents. You meet your parents. I visit to my parents every weekends. Alright? So, and some other examples, like that's your permanent sort of, you have arranged it like that. It's your, something that you do it on a regular basis. You do it on a regular basis. He smokes a lot. Habitual things like, he smokes a lot. Whenever you talk about the action that takes place repeatedly every here and there is when you are going to use present simple. Something that you talk about the habit of somebody or of your own. It could be of your own is when you are going to use present simple. Is when you use present simple. He smokes a lot. And he smokes a pack every day. He smokes a pack every day. And you can say that it rains heavily in rainy season. It rains heavily in the rainy season. So this is what the factors, or even you can say that it's a permanent situation as well. All the time, whenever the rainy season comes, it rains heavily in the rainy season or in the monsoon season. And for the facts like 1 plus 1 equals to 2, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Alright, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. And then the sun rises from the east. This is the permanent situation. The sun rises from the east and the sun sets from the west. It's again a fact. Alright? So these are the ways that you can use present simple, and there are several other ways that you can use present simple as well. And even for future situation, you use present simple. which I'm going to cover in the next video, where I'm going to talk about the frequency adverbs that we are going to use here in present simple, as well as I'm going to talk about the future situations, how we say future situations using present simple as well as using present continuous. Alright, now I think this is something like you people needed to know, and I've covered all the things. I tried my level best to cover all the things, almost all the things, but still there are lots of other things as well which I have to cover, and I'm going to make another video on this wherein I'm going to cover the entire things of present simple, and I'll give you a situation as well. So for example, you can say I usually get up at 6 o'clock and I take a bath. I take bath and then I get myself ready to go to work. You can even say that I have breakfast at 9 o'clock. You can say, and then I go to work by bus or by bike, and then it takes me half an hour for me to reach to work, and then I have lunch, or I normally don't have lunch, okay, and then I leave office at 5:30 and I reach home at 6:30, you can say, and then I usually don't go outside, right? I usually don't go out, and I have dinner at 10:30, and then I go to bed at 12 o'clock and I sleep well. So this is something that I'm going to give you the situation, and there are lots of other things that you're going to learn in my next video. I request you people here that please do subscribe to my channel, because I see that there are so many people who are watching but then they are not subscribing. Kindly subscribe the channel and hit the like button, and share this with your friends, family members, and other people as well. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.